Hello everybody and welcome to Hook, Line and Sinker. Yes, Tasmania's own fishing show is back on the air. I'm Nick Dyke and this is Andrew Hart. Hardy, it's very exciting.
Oh, it is exciting, Nick. It's good to be back too. And we start our journey, our statewide journey, right here in Marawah, not Marawah, Nick.
That's exactly right, Marawah. And this is the main drag of Marawah. Not much happening, to be honest, at the minute. Just over there is a rock and hopefully there will be some fish. A little bit more action than the main drag. Stick with us, should be good. Double hooker.
And we've hooked a good fish. This isn't a...
Ladies and gentlemen, here's a snapper.
Yeah, this is called the salmon.
Oh, that's a good, big, solid fish.
Well done.
Look at that. Well, we've survived our wilderness trek to get to our magnificent fishing spot today, and we've got on board the jewel of the West Coast, Mr. Peter Porteous. Pete, welcome to the show. First of all, tell us Sinking Rock.
Thanks very much. Yeah, Sinking Rock, a very beautiful spot, favoured by the locals and myself included. No guarantees, of course, with fishing. That's the way fishing goes, but we'll see how we go.
What would you be thinking? What would you, if you had to nominate one fish, what do you reckon it'd be?
I'd favour a blackback here in this water today. There's a lot of options, but blackback and the cocky salmon, the smaller salmon, but blackback hopefully.
Well, the magnificent and rugged west coast of Tasmania, they've turned on the weather for us today. All we need from you is a guarantee that you'll catch us a fish.
I said before, no guarantees.
No guarantees. He's under the pump, the great man. Let's go and see if he can catch us a fish. All right.
Now, when Peter Porteous, I don't think he's any relation to Rosie, I don't know. When he told us we'd be out here spinning for salmon, it sounded like a great day, relaxing by the water, tossing the odd lure. I better keep winding, I'll get snagged. But little did we know, I reckon I've made about 52,000 casts so far, and not so much as a sniff from a fish. But you've got to have a lure in the water. Makes sense, doesn't it? You can't catch them with the lure sitting out of the water. So we're just going to keep casting away, and you never know, one might swim past and bang, you'll be on. Oh, he's a big fish. He's a very big fish. So this is called the swinging, the West Coast swinging technique. I have that line, and that is what Sinking Rock is all about. Mate, that is a big salmon.
2 kilos of blackback.
2 kilos of blackback. Now we've been here for a little while. We'll tell the truth, we've been here for quite a long time, putting in quite a lot of casts, and mate, the first fish of the day, not a bad start.
Good start.
Tell us a bit about, you know, it just probably looks to the folks at home that we're throwing the lure out and just winding it back in. There's a bit more to it than that though, isn't there?
Well, conditions make it awkward. Here we're varying the speed of wind today. They seem to be down deep, so we let the lure drop and then retrieving fairly quick to try and get a hook up.
So from now on we know that when we cast out we always let the lure drop now, because that's where we know the fish are. And you can see why they call them blackback. Stay with us folks, because after the break I think the fishing's hotting up here a little bit. Well, it's just improved 100%, and we'll get into some more of these fantastic West Coast salmon.
see, it's pretty windy where we are at the minute. 25, 30 knots blowing straight in, bit of a sea rolling as well. The key to rock fishing is safety. It's no good doing it if there's a chance that you might end up in there with the fish. When we walked in here to Sinking Rock, Andrew and Peter and I spent about 15 minutes just watching the waves as they rolled through. It's interesting, they don't all come in at the same height. You'll get bigger ones, you get smaller ones. It's the big ones you've got to watch out for actually, because they're the ones that wash off the rock. So take the time, check the conditions. If it's too dangerous, forget about it.
Now, you've seen the boys with their lures, but look, I'm a little bit sick of casting. In fact, I'm not a wuss, but my arm hurts just a little bit now, so I'm going to cheat. These are just bits of whitebait, or whole whitebait even, from just from the packet you buy in the shop. I'm going to put about 3 of these on the hook. 1, 2, and 3. Just like that. Easy as you like. And I'm going to sit that out there. Peter tells me that the bottom out there is seagrass, so I'm not going to get snagged. So I'm just going to sit it out there about 20 metres, about 1 metre off the bottom. So I've just got my sinker on the bottom there, and my hook, and we'll see what happens. I decided to throw a bit of bait out there because this spinning thing, it was too much for me, too much. Didn't like it, too much hard work. So I've thrown some bait out there and I'm just doing the swing apparently. And there's the swing, and come here. And there's the salmon. West Coast salmon. I don't think it's quite as big as Peter's was, but a good fish all the same. It's really starting to hot up here. This is good.
Here we are, Sinking Rock on the mighty West Coast. Rugged West Coast, they call it. You can probably see flapping about down there. Exactly the fish we've come for. Oh, I've been made to look a little bit silly there. I think Peter the Guru's caught one 4 times that size. Don't turn your back on the ocean, but that is it. A lovely little Australian salmon. Little being the operative word on that. This West Coast. Fantastic. Africa. Short dog paddle over there. Hardy's going to go and tell us about an aardvark or something. He's very keen to catch one. 143 pounds they grow to apparently. But we are having a magnificent day here. It's a bit of a hike. Half an hour to walk into Sinking Rock here. I'll tell you what, if you don't watch the waves and you fall in, you'll get that sinking feeling. I'll take the hook out of this little boy. Thank you very much. Salmon at Sinking Rock. Pretty good actually.
Yes, it is. The salmon are available most of the year. The big fellas bite best in the colder months, so put your beanie on. Just a word of warning, to get to Sinking Rock, you actually have to walk over private property, so check your access because trespassers may be prosecuted.
Well, welcome back to the show. It is pre-dawn here on the Tamar River. It's about 18 degrees below zero, and that means just one thing. The Guru has returned to Hook, Line and Sinker. Damon Sheriff, welcome back to the show. Mate, the Snapper Guru, not this time around. You're in fact the Snotty Nose Guru. Tell us about that.
Yeah, Nick, there's been some nice snotty trevally in the river the last month or so, and they've been up to about 2 kilos in weight, so there's some nice fish there.
Now, can you catch us one?
Hopefully.
All right, mate, let's go and see what we can do.
Here we are, the Tamar River. Nothing new to you viewers of Hook, Line and Sinker. Actually catching a fish here is, but we'll see how we go. Damon, the rig for a snotty nosed trevally. I'm just going for a little running sinker rig, small hook.
Yep.
But mate, I mean, what is this? You've got fluorescent pink line, and what are these?
These are called, well, it's called a sabiki rig. and these are basically little flies which are meant to attract the snotty trevally, and it's basically a long paternoster rig with 6 hooks.
6 hooks.
6 hooks.
1 hook to 6. Hardly seems fair, does it? I think the guru's cheating this time. Damon, guru man, we've been fishing for about, 10 minutes, and what have you got?
Well, I think it might be our first snotty trevally.
You mean to tell me that 6 hook rig actually works? Oh, look at it. I'll net him there for you, mate.
Thanks, mate. Beautiful job.
Is that a good size, or is that that's a small one, is it?
That's at the smaller end of the scale.
He's
yeah.
not quite 2 kilos. We can exaggerate some things on this show, but that's not quite a 2 kilo snotty.
Nah, not quite.
And they're very slimy, are they? Is that why they're called snotties?
They are, mate, yeah.
Yuck! You get him out of the net. That's the last one of them I touched today. It's disgusting.
And we'll just release him.
As you can probably see, we're using Jarvis Walker and Penn gear, as always, on hook, line and sinker, and I tell you, we just got our hands on this hot little stuff here yesterday, and very impressive. This is the Nexium reel for the next generation, and they are fantastic reel. 5 ball bearings, infinite anti-reverse, everything you could hope for on a modern day threadline reel. Penn power stick rod, nice and light, perfect for those fish. Not too light because those fish tend to go a bit. But no, there was a perception a few years ago that Jarvis Walker made sort of very budget tackle, but they're certainly changing that, and they're making top quality gear for everyday fishermen, and that's still at a good affordable price.
All right, Dames, well, we've got another fish, the guru. You are the guru today. Look at you go. Now, tell us about this rod. What is that? Looks like a piece of soft spaghetti.
It's called a Jarvis Walker Super Tip,
Yeah.
and basically it's a coarse angling rod.
You're supposed to be fishing with maggots, are you?
It's that same sort of thing though. It gives really good shock on a fish, so when a fish runs like trevally are sort of really sharp fighters, it sort of takes away a bit of the shock.
Okay, so it acts like a big shock absorber, takes a bit of the weight off the line.
Yeah.
And we have a fish on here, another beautiful little snotty. And I think he's probably
Bigger.
a little bit bigger. Oh, there's hooks in there. Again, and you can see that snot running off these fish. You're quite disgusting. Anyway, we can do better than that, can't we?
We can, mate.
All right, you go back. Lucky day. Last time we were on the tamer, we were doing it a bit tougher than this. Now,
Yes.
I think
Oh, Nick's got 2 snotties.
that
Has he got to?
not doing it by halves here at the minute. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, not 1, but 2. The guru, I think he's only caught 1. The poor old guru. He's taken us to his spot, and now I'm getting them 2 at a time. It's very disappointing for him. But this is good. This is good fun. Now, this is a good thing. If you're fishing for snotties, bend up a bit of wire with a hook on it like that. Just slip it in there. Off they go. No snot on the hand.
But I'll show you what snot on the hand looks like, and it took me a couple of fish to actually get the guts up to touch one. But that is just, I mean, it's not as bad as you know, touching someone else's snot, but it's not far from it. Absolutely disgusting.
Well, it all went quiet for a while. Now,
Oh, I'm good. I got a mouthful of barbecue shapes.
I've got somebody else's line. These fish are back on.
Diamond's actually, and Nick, so I think excuse me, but very big.
Who's got the pink line?
That's a single.
Because I've got a bit of that. But on the other end,
That's the guy in the pink hat.
what a lovely jaunty little hat you've worn for us today, Guru.
Oh, I think I got the smallest fish
Oh,
here.
big
But,
fish. Nice fish.
you want the neck, Dave?
We are all over the shop here. Look at this. This is how you fish. Take a tip from the experts.
This
Look
is
at
what
that.
happens when you use 6.
Beautiful. Nick's on a big one too.
This is a good fish.
Oh, this is solid.
Now,
Oh, what size is that, Dave?
the guru is on. I'm just going to sit on my fish for a little bit.
As you can see, we're so experienced. We fishing guru.
I don't give these shows to monkeys, I can tell you that. I don't give the big jobs to the chimps.
Mate, you've got yours off the hook now. Can you net mine?
Yeah, no,
I think
that's
mine's
cool.
a bit smaller than Nick's, so he's still going with his. It's a full.
That's another
Beautiful.
nice snotty.
Big school must have swum through. They were bigger fish too, weren't they?
That's a beautiful
That
fish.
is
That's
a very
killer.
nice fish. That's just fell off the hook.
Oh, no.
Good work, boys.
Now we're going to try and get Nick's. We had a horrid tangle, as horrid as the snot itself, but
Yeah, mine feels suspiciously like it's found the propeller of the leg or something.
I wonder if anything else could go wrong in this little snotty nose fishing segment.
We off?
No, he's clear, isn't he?
Away.
Oh, that's a good fish.
And we're still
I think
going.
Nick may have hooked the biggest fish of the school.
And he's still going, and we've got a little bit of colour there. Not a bad
Oh,
fish.
beautiful.
Oh, gee.
Beauty.
He's a big
Not a
fish.
bad fish.
That's a thumper. That's a 4-pounder.
Not a
Well
bad
done,
fish.
Nick.
Look at
Look
the
at
size
that.
of that.
That's our 2 kilo fish. Well done, Guru. Boys, we had everything going on there. Tangles, fish, you would not believe it.
You don't mind touching that, do you?
Look at you. Oh, look, you can see the goop.
Oh, well
Fantastic. This has been brilliant. Snotty Trevally.
done. Look at that.
That one fell in the boat. He's going to be dinner.
Well, we are indeed in the kitchen and we're about to cook up 2 of our magnificent wahoo. We've got the Guru. Now, you say, Guru, these fish have got to be filleted. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right, mate.
All right, now let's see your style. These are the 2 biggest fish we caught today, both of which caught by me. Beautiful. The Guru's going to go at it.
Fantastic. Don't get your fingers in the way of a sharp knife. That's probably number 1. The second fillet you do is always the hardest. If you run your knife down both sides of the backbone, like that, I reckon that's the hardest part. But if you run one side off to start with and start on the other side, it seems to be harder the second side. You've got to feel for those bones along the back there and like start up above them. And run them out like that, and there's your rib cage. There you go, Nick.
Beautiful, Guru. 4 fantastic fillets. Your work here is done. You
Thanks,
are the
mate.
weakest link. Goodbye. We'll need to change the Guru for the chef, Margaret Dargan, here at the Rosebeers Waterfront Tavern. Margaret, we've got 4 beautiful fish fillets from the Tamar River just down the walkway there. What can you do with these?
Okay, Nick, caught today out of the Tamar River. They have to be of the best quality, fish around today. So what I think we might do, what if we beer batter 1 serving and 1 whole fish, and then we might just oven roast the other one with a few bit of Tamar Ridge Riesling here, and some garlic butter and a few other little bits and pieces. What do you think about
I
that?
think that sounds very good.
Should go down well?
Margaret, obviously now you're trimming bits and pieces off these fish. What are the things for people to remember when they're cooking fish? What are the most important things?
Do as little with it as possible and cook it at its freshest. That's really simple. Most people who go wrong with fish, they overcook the fish, or the fish is too old when they start to even think about cooking it. What we're doing now is we're just giving the fish just a light coating of flour, seasoned flour, then into our freshly made beer batter. Beer batter actually keeps quite a while, in fact, up to about 4 days, so you don't have to waste the precious beer supply. Then we just go straight into the oil. Okay, guys.
Oh, hello, look at
For you,
this.
Guru.
Oh, Margaret. Look at that.
Beautiful. Margaret, you have done a sensational job. That just about wraps up another show for Hook, Line and Sinker. I do hope you enjoyed it. How about it? The Tamar River, highly recommended. Rosebeers Waterfront Tavern, even more so recommended. So until next time, good fishing to you. And assume the fine's on the way. Well, I do hope it's worth the wait.
Andrew, your lunch.
Oh, lovely. Thank you. Thank you, Margaret. What, no beer batter? No.